Dude, doesn't that rip?
You're an idiot.
No, you're an idiot.
Welcome back, spooky sluts. It's the You're an Idiot podcast.
Wow, he made himself laugh. At
Drago.
least someone's laughing, folks. Wow.
Geoffrey, oh man, yeah, I didn't know what to say before this.
You thought that was pretty funny.
Spooky sluts.
Spooky sluts.
It's the Halloween episode.
Does she have chlamydia or herpes? Spooky.
Not something to joke about. Some people have that stuff.
Is she over her ex? Spooky.
Funnier to joke about.
There we go.
Is my outfit okay?
We've got you. The audio only. You don't know this. We are in costume, folks. Halloween. Of course, we put a lot of work into these costumes, as you can tell. I am Ginger Spice, though I'm wearing a blonde wig. I'm actually dressed up as a girl Alex might fuck.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to pick him up during this episode.
He's a blonde with
Bobby Knight's
Can I feel?
Feel him. Not bad. Grab him. Feel him.
Not enough for
him.
me there.
Not enough for you. I didn't pack him enough, but
you don't have enough boob for me.
D's only for me, folks. D's only.
D's get degrees.
And Drago is wearing what many would call dashiki adjacent. It is dashiki adjacent.
I do seem like a civil rights.
It's like something a black Israelite would wear, or like one of Malcolm X's henchmen.
Yeah, like a black guy in like a Spike Lee movie who says we don't say the N-word anymore. You know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you look like a Nation of Islam preacher. Louis Farrakhan would love your outfit. Not everyone will get that reference, but those who do will enjoy it.
I'm not sure if this is okay, but
you didn't have there was an afro available, and we chose not to wear that. I think that would have been a bridge too far.
A good way.
I think this is fine. It's not great, but I'm also some would argue mocking trans people. I'm not, but some could say that.
After your pro-Palestine rant last week, I went full.
Yeah, I'm dressed like what every conservative thinks a pro-Palestine person looks like. My pronouns are free Gaza. This is what everyone thinks we look like.
Yeah,
and I guys want to say the Palestine episode, our highest watched episode.
Thank you to the new patrons, man. That's really cool. A
lot of new patrons. People were 90% very cool about it. Some people agreed. I had some, or disagreed. I had some pretty civil conversations with people on Instagram.
Oh, really?
3 people wished death upon me, but that's just what happens when you go after Israel, folks.
Yeah, you can't kill a man that's dead inside, okay?
That is true. At 1 a.m. while I was in Huntsville in my hotel, a guy messaged me, "You still support Hamas, retard?" And then we got into a spirited battle, and then he said, "I'm coming for you, motherfucker," and I blocked him.
Whoa.
So that was kind of a fun little 10 minutes online.
I wonder if he's a Patreon member.
I do not think so. I think
Damn.
he will never think of us again.
I was texting Jeff last week as in like the first hours of the release. Actually, a few days ago, hours of the release, being like, we're going to lose Patreon members.
Drago, of course, unwilling to take a risk, unwilling to swing. That's the only way to hit a home run, folks.
Sorry, is this not a swing? I look like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, okay? What the fuck do you want from me?
That's true. That's true.
I fucking, this is a swing, dude.
Yeah, like that's not Lou Alcindor. That's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I look like I'm dodging the draft, man. Yeah. What are you talking about?
What is that a reference to?
Vietnam.
But who's the famous guy who looked like that who dodged the draft?
I don't know. I know Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali, yeah, exactly. Yeah. A legend, the greatest sportsman of all time, probably.
Muhammad Ali. Do you have to say it a certain way? Is it like Muhammad Ali?
What?
Do you have to say it? Do you have to say
it? Muhammad? Like, is that what you mean?
I don't know. How do you say it right?
You could. I don't think that's we or not.
Does anyone care?
I don't think no one's gonna be mad if you don't do the guttural Muhammad.
Well, whatever it is,
it's not a letter we have, so we don't have to do that.
Oh,
it's not a letter. You don't have to say the Enye.
Another point for America.
Another point for the English language. We love it, folks. Drago
for the English language.
For the English language. I also want to give a shout out to Clint KC, first person to utilize the free ticket option of our Patreon tier. He got 2 free tickets to my show in Kansas City, where I crushed despite one of the dumbest crowds I've ever performed for. Kansas City, thank you for everyone who came out, but about a quarter of the crowd, I think, was mentally challenged at every single show. They kind of stared at me, drooling. It was one of the more depressing weekends of comedy I've had.
They couldn't handle your liberal propaganda.
They literally, I held up the "My Neck, My Back, Stop the War in Iraq" shirts, and Some people were not so happy about it.
Yeah.
They're like, we actually want the war to keep going. That's how we support the troops.
Oh no.
That's their type of support.
That's fucking brutal. So you're in Kansas City?
I was in the suburb. It was a club in the deep suburbs. I'm done with suburbs clubs. I don't want to do clubs in a suburb anymore.
You're fully done.
I might be booked at a couple coming up. I don't want to book anymore. It's depressing.
Go Bananas in the suburbs. That's a good one.
That I like that one because you can party there. The staff doesn't really seem to care about running a business. It's a lovely place. I love it, but you can party there. That's the one suburb club I'll allow. The rest, I just lived in a mall for 4 days. It fucking sucks.
Oh, dude, malls are fun.
No, because everything closes at 8. There's no food at night. Panera sucks.
It does
Panera
suck.
is mid to bad.
What's the you can get Panda Express at like
Panda
3?
Express sucks.
Oh,
That's
man.
bad food, man.
Dude, they put so much on there though.
Yeah, a lot of MSG and sugar. It makes you feel like shit. I'd rather have 8 beers than drink Panda Express.
Really?
Or than eat Panda Express. That makes me feel less hungover.
I feel
Panda Express destroys your body.
I guess I don't really know how healthy or not healthy you are because I've never really seen you be that healthy before. So
I eat pretty healthy.
I didn't know that the buck stopped with Panda.
I'd rather get drunk. I'd rather get drunk and have a hangover than eat food and have a hangover. I don't get the joy.
Bad.
You get a hangover from that shit.
You actually eat Panda after, like when you're hungover.
True.
Panda's the hangover food.
Yeah, but we're not 21 anymore. You got to grow up. Get
our
some
boy
food.
Tim Smith will be mad about
Get
this.
some real China. We went to this mall. I went to the
authentic.
Yeah.
Where?
Well, not at the mall. That's what I'm saying. If it's clubs downtown, there's authentic food and stuff.
I bet you can get something from the mall that you can keep in your fridge. Like you can get like a sandwich from the mall.
Sure. Yeah, that's true.
Figured this out.
Yeah,
Sorry, guys.
I went to the hotel lady. I was like, "What's some good food around here?" She's like, "Oh, Bamboo Kingdom, best Thai food in Kansas City." Went there. It's not. It's so funny when you go to these like middle of America, they don't know what good ethnic food is.
Yeah.
They just like, oh, it's Thai. It must be good. It's like it's pure trash.
Thai iced tea is good.
Okay, sure. I agree. Yeah.
On the whole, I don't know if
you ever
it's
go
good
to those
in Kansas
restaurants
City.
and the lady's like, what spicy you want? She's like, what spicy level you want? And I say like 4 out of 5. And she's like, oh, really? Oh, you want to die?
we're doing accents on the
Oh,
pod
that's what she
now.
talked like. Oh my God, you're in a dashiki. I'm in a trans.
I do need to
adjacent.
clarify. This is not my dashiki. This is our producer and hilarious comic.
Another white man, Colin Terrell.
Dashiki, Colin Terrell.
Yeah, makes it better. I
he
think
gave this to me and said it was fine.
You're backing off on the age. That's literally what the lady sounded like. It's not bad. That's what she sounded like.
I guess if we do get canceled, it won't be for that.
We just supported Palestine the last episode. The people who are here ride or dies now.
That's true.
We scraped the barnacles off the whale. There's no leftovers.
I would like to
anymore.
say I'm a little bit more kind of wishy-washy. I'm on the fence. There's a lot of information out there, but it's hard to.
What is that? What does
it's hard
that
to know.
bullshit statement mean?
I don't
What
know,
happened
dude.
now? Oh, did you get? Oh, what happened?
I don't know.
Let me know.
I don't know any of this shit, you know?
I'm aware. Yeah. What trap did you fall for? What propaganda did you guzzle in the last week?
Just a couple kids from back home being like, "My man, come on, what's going on?"
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah. Well, they're like,
Yeah.
they like don't care. They think Palestinians are animals. I'm sure.
Also,
Yeah,
I want to say this.
I'm not gonna really dive down that.
I'd rather if I'm gonna take a big swing, I don't care. Sorry,
Drago.
I don't.
doesn't.
I don't.
Oh,
Ultimately,
God.
I don't give a shit, guys.
All the hard work we did last week. People like when you take a stance. No one likes this wishy-washy bullshit. That's lame. Oh, both sides are good. Oh, they both have valid points.
But I'm not.
Bullshit.
But I'm not a political guy.
It's not about politics. There's literally nothing political about it. It's about like the people's right to live and not be slaughtered.
All
There's
right.
a thing called morality, Alex.
I'm pro.
And you should have morality.
I'm pro morality.
You should have moral stances.
I know.
People who stand for nothing, there's no point in being alive. It's boring. It's lame.
Okay.
God, after all I did last week, you just went right back into the hole. Went right back into the fucking
I'm also
hole.
not voting this year.
I'm okay with that. I'm against voting now. It doesn't matter.
I'm not gonna vote. I'll do my taxes. Whatever happens beyond our borders do you?
I mean, if you want to support Israel, just keep paying your taxes, folks. All the money goes there anyways. That's true. They're getting all your money anyways. So.
It's tough to see out there. It's tough.
I'm anti-voting now. I was wrong to make fun of Alex for not voting. Voting is stupid. I've come around. It is. It's a waste of time. Yep. Joe, they're going to support Israel either way. It doesn't matter. Who cares?
Yeah.
Just go on with your lives, folks.
I'm fine with this pod being pro-Palestine, but if you ask me why I am, I only know a couple bullet points. Okay.
Your why, like, they're like, you could be just run over by a Zionist person. They would make you look like a fool.
I know.
You could be convinced of anything.
I would have to get you on speaker. I'd have to phone a friend.
I could be like, oh, the water's turning the frogs gay, and you'd be like, oh yeah, I heard frogs are turning gay from the water.
Until someone else refutes that, that's going to be fact in my mind.
That's the problem. We could have like a rabbi on here next week, and you'd be wearing blue and white for the rest of your life. You'd be wearing a yarmulke in a second.
People are convincing, man. You know? People are fucking convincing.
It's easy to write something on a blank slate, is what I would say.
Yeah.
Alex is just a chalkboard, and I'll just write Palestine. Someone else can erase it.
I'm a ball of clay.
He's a ball of clay, and I tried to mold you into a Hamas freedom fighter, but it seems you're back into a yarmulke this week.
I'm not back into a yarmulke.
You're hummus, which is both. That's one thing we can agree on. Hummus, great. We can all agree on tahini. Falafel.
Yeah. Hamas. How about pass the hummus?
Oh, God. Oh, no.
All right.
Brutal.
I hooked up with an Australian last week.
Yeah. Electricity anymore.
They used to drink alcohol in the medieval times because, like, it was like what was it called? Like, it was no germs or whatever.
I love you trying to search for a word.
No germs.
Yeah, sanitary.
Sanitary.
Yeah. Yes, that is actually true. Wine and beer, because they had to go through a distilling and brewing process. Yes.
Yes,
and they did that during World War II, I believe, in Ireland. They drank Guinness because it was very fortifying. It had a lot of nutrients.
Oh yeah, can't you like live off of Guinness for like 6 months?
I think you could live off of Guinness for a while.
Yeah.
Probably the best beer, folks. Probably the best. You can't have more than 2, but it is amazing.
Low key.
I can't because I'm a huge pussy. But
why can't you have more than 2?
All I drink now is Beatbox. I can't stop drinking.
We're going to do an ad read later.
I just want to get them in now because I can't stop talking about Beatbox Jungle Juice.
Why?
It's a little joke. We're trying to have a little fun.
Jeff's trying to riff us off another sponsor like he did with Manscaped.
Yeah, many of the early listeners might remember we were briefly sponsored by Manscaped until they said our ad reads were a little too unhinged and 0 people used the code. I believe it was 0.
And that's
you can still use it. Manscaped 20. I tried it a couple months ago. Go to Idiot 20, I believe. Gets you 20% off. I tried it like 3 months ago. You still get 20% off. Idiot 20, folks. Well, go to Manscaped. Fuck them though.
If Manscaped's listening, we're back.
Their products kind of blow, but whatever. That nose trimmer doesn't do shit. As if you ever looked at my nose, you know there's always hair creeping out.
Oh yeah. Oh
trash.
yeah.
It's trash. There's always nose coming out. Yeah. I gotta say, the wig and the bra, folks, is freeing. I think everyone should try it every once in a while. I feel like a woman. I'm not. I couldn't wear. I am wearing pants because the dress was too short. My balls would have been hanging out.
Ooh.
I had to, and I wasn't wearing boxers underneath, folks. You know me.
Have your balls gotten a little more hang to them in the last couple of years?
Yeah, that happens as you get older. Yeah.
What is that all about?
That's just gravity and God kind of giving up.
Yeah.
God doesn't have a hold on us anymore.
I'm like looking at him like, whoa, where'd you go?
The left one's got to be. Women don't know this. The left ball needs to be lower than the right ball.
Why does that have to happen?
It's just, if it's not, you might be sick. You might have testicular cancer.
Oh, well, Jesus, dude, what the fuck? Is that
what?
True?
Yeah, the left ball is supposed to be lower.
I know that has. Last time I checked, that was.
You are left lower.
Was the case.
Okay, yeah, good. Glad to hear it.
Oof.
Yeah. How is that so bad?
I don't know.
Talk about your Australian date. Let's get back in the.
I have an ick, folks.
An ick. He went on this date.
Sound
twice.
the alarms. Let the people know. I think I have an ick.
Finally, something about women has finally turned you off on them.
Women,
you've been pretty open to any type of woman, airhead or a different type of airhead.
This girl, so she followed me from Instagram. Saw a reel. Sorry, I've been popping off 10.6K. on the
reel
way,
did she like?
on the way to 100K.
Which
it's
reel did she like?
something about moving to New York.
Oh, okay, a great one, yeah.
And then so I followed her back. She looked cute. What do you know? She's beautiful. Australian.
Blonde.
No.
Oh,
Beautiful
okay.
Australian
a
gal.
Foreigner too. Start with the whites.
Slide in, ask her out. We go to so we do this date last week.
Yeah.
My man, she showed up. I think it was either high or drunk. One of them.
That's cool. I love that.
Are you fucking crazy?
How drunk? I mean, how? Like like slurring her words.
So here's
or
the
just
thing.
Fun?
So they were eyes were glazed over, a little bit loopy, and I'm like, damn. Like,
did you
she's
ask
a little
her if she was drunk?
Are you dumb, dude? What are you talking about?
Maybe she's just like that.
I sat down and go, hey, I'm Alex. Are you fucked up right now? Is that what you want?
If you're going to have a relationship with someone, be honest. Why not?
It's not. I can't do that.
Maybe not the
time.
first minute, but an hour in, be like, yeah, do you drink before the date? It's fine. Don't judge
I don't
her.
think so.
I mean, you should have drank before the date. I bet you'd have a lot better talking points than, I played basketball at Notre Dame.
Is that me?
Didn't really work out, though. Played basketball, though.
7 ppg.
7 pp. I knew Kyrie.
Don't forget it.
Kyrie. Come on, fuck me.
Come on.
I dunked one time against DePaul.
Dartmouth.
Fuck me right now.
Dartmouth and Sacred Heart.
2 dunks, not bad.
But
What'd she do? She shows up drunk or high, a green flag, in my opinion.
I can't believe you think that's a green flag.
Unless she's like slurring and saying like stupid. If she's just fun, buzzed, that's great.
No.
That's great. I wish I was buzzed. I'd be like, okay, let me take a
show
shot.
You can't show up to the date loose like that. Dude.
What time of day was it?
Yeah, like an 8 p.m. on a Wednesday.
Perfectly fine. Why not?
I think it's so
Let
inappropriate.
the gal live.
So it threw me off. But anyways, I fought through.
I bet she must have had a couple beatboxes before the date, folks.
11.1% ABV.
11.1% ABV.
Well, she seemed pretty cool. Made out a little bit, and
Very
then
fun.
so we go to this other bar, Molly's in Gramercy. It's like an Irish bar.
Sure.
And
Did she take another date there recently?
Oh, I might just have a spot, guys.
I believe last time I was with you, you met a girl at Molly's in Gramercy. That girl that was so drunk she couldn't figure out where to go, and then you ended up not meeting her.
These things
on
happen.
the way back from New Jersey. I remember this. Yeah.
But yeah. So then we're at Molly's, and like the waitress is like, so she walks by us like making out.
You're making out in the bar again.
So what?
Oh, the girl came drunk. I'll still make out with her. Well, then it's not an ick, buddy.
Well, here's the thing.
You can't hate on her if you did it still.
The waitress does like the classic. It was kind of like out of like some indie movie or whatever, where she was like, "Where did you guys?" She was like, "So how long have you guys known each other or whatever?" And then of course the Australians,
2 hours.
The Australians like, "Oh, 6 months," and I'm like, "Oh shit, we're doing."
Oh, you had to improv.
We're doing this
that's
now.
lame.
And she's like, "Oh, so what's your story?" And then she's like, "We were long distance. I was in San Francisco. He was in Tampa." I'm like,
that's
oh,
so
no.
lame. And then you had to say, then did you add anything or did you say no? We just met tonight.
Then the the waitress asked, she's like, "What's your least favorite thing about her?" And I was like, "Since we moved in together, she doesn't do the dishes. She always leaves her dishes in the sink."
Since we moved in together, you put that on the fantasy.
I'm trying to add to the fantasy.
He was
or
never
whatever.
in improv, folks. He was never an improviser.
I know she leaves her dishes in the sink too long. That's honestly something I've had for roommates my whole life.
Yeah, you never lived with a woman, have you?
I lived with a girl one summer in college.
But you weren't dating her.
No.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting, folks? King fuck.
Yeah.
Can't really
and then she
lock it down.
And then she was doing the all like, "Oh, he works too much" or whatever. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
And then you were like, "Stop the games." Is that what it was?
Stop the game. She came hammered to the date. Fuck this.
Did you really say that?
No.
Oh, that would have been cool. You would have been cool.
No, but then we played along with that, made out. I was like, okay, this is actually an okay night. I got drunk. She came drunk. Whatever. These things happen.
Sure.
I invite her
back to your little fuck palace with 4 roommates.
No.
Hey, you want to meet all 4 of my roommates? They'll be up drinking when we get home on Wednesday.
It is 3.
Yeah.
Just want you to know.
3. Okay, I thought it was 4. You're right. It's 3. Yeah.
You got to get it right, folks.
Yeah, and he'll be moving out of there soon, hopefully, with this new sponsorship from Beatbox Beverages.
Come to the Schwick. But yeah. So then I was like, it went okay. And then Friday night we meet up. Dude, she came probably twice as drunk this time. Like she was.
So she was
drunk.
actually drunk.
She was drunk.
Friday night though. How late?
8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. So you can't do it 2 times. First date, the jitters. You get the jitters. Second date, you got to come correct.
Am I crazy here?
No,
Colin, can you chime in
you're
for
right.
me at all?
The second date,
Colin,
wrong.
do you have any thoughts on this? I can't, like, Jeff just can't be my
I just said the
moral
second date was
compass here.
crazy.
There's too many factors involved to really have a opinion on this. You got to see how she was acting, how drunk.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You
By the way,
gotta,
like, what does she do?
You usually drink before the date. You show up early and have a quick beer, right?
Yeah,
no,
didn't you say that?
No, I have a Diet Coke.
No, you said that last time
Oh.
you drank and had a beer before a date.
I have a Diet Coke before because I know
That's
girls show
honestly
up late.
so much lamer to have a. What are you, a fucking child?
Well, I don't
Who
want-
drinks Diet Coke?
I don't
anymore?
want the girl to get there and be like, "Oh, you're already drinking without me." That's weird.
Diet Coke's actually worse for you than alcohol. So who's the idiot now?
I don't think it's worse for you than alcohol.
Absolutely.
No way,
Yes.
dude.
I bet a Diet Coke's worse for you than a beer. Yeah.
No way.
I can't look this up right now. I'm willing to bet, and listeners, look this up.
Yeah,
I bet
comment if you're watching on YouTube.
I mean,
comment
Diet-
on what's worse,
soda
Diet
is
Coke or alcohol.
terrible for you.
Yeah, but alcohol
Terrible.
also, the long-term effects of alcohol are really
I
terrible as well.
I agree, but at least it gives you some joy. Soda gives you no joy.
What?
I'm not gonna enjoy music more because I had a Diet Coke.
We don't
I'm not
know-
gonna feel the confidence to talk to a girl because I had a Diet Coke.
Yeah, but alcohol could be way worse for you in the long run.
I don't know. I'm willing
Like
to
ruin your skin, ruins your liver.
Sure.
Does fucking Diet Coke ruin your liver?
It makes your bones weak. Makes you have brittle osteoporosis. Yeah.
Diet Coke gives you osteoporosis.
Yes. So I know. Soda does that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Doesn't what does alcohol give you long term?
Well, heart disease. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not great. Certainly not great. Certainly not great. This
Anyway.
might be an L I'm willing to take, folks. Look it up. But I think there's a 25% chance.
I can't
I'm
take
right.
you seriously with the wig.
Why
The
can't you
wig.
take someone like this seriously? Huh? You couldn't take someone dressed like this seriously? Why would that be?
I don't know. I just think
what does that have to say about
you're
you?
just so goofy right now.
It's goofy
You're
to express
goofy.
yourself?
Yes.
Huh. That's
Goofy.
interesting. That's an interesting train of thought. I'm willing to take that further.
Just a thought. I'm not.
What's goofy about it?
I'm actually.
What's goofy about a
Stop
man
touching your
dressing
fake-
like this?
your
Yeah.
fake boobs.
Sorry, I like to touch my breasts.
Is
Sorry.
there anything cultural appropriation with this thing with cross dressing here?
I think some people would have a problem with it, but I don't. I'm not doing it to make fun of cross-dressers. I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think it's great to express yourself.
I'm wearing this because I didn't bring a costume.
This kind of brings me back to college. I would love. This is fun. I'd love to
dressing up's not fun.
Dressing
dude.
up is fun like twice a year. I don't like to do it a lot, but it can be fun.
Folks, I'm here to tell you, Halloween episode next year, unless it's a great idea and wildly convenient for me.
I mean,
No
don't act like
costume.
you put any work. Here, you want to know the backstory of what this costume is, folks? Drago said he was going to be Kermit the Frog.
Well, Jeff
He
said I was going to be Kermit the Frog.
Bring the shirt onto camera that you thought was the color of Kermit the Frog. If you're watching the video, folks, this is what Drago thought Kermit the Frog colors were. Not even remotely close to the green of Kermit the Frog. That's like Kermit the Frog if he was in like a toxic lake. Like that's like Kermit the Frog after climate change, maybe. But that is an insult to one of the greatest characters.
Halloween is the number 4 holiday. Christmas.
Okay, Christmas.
Thanksgiving.
Is number 1. Okay, what's 3? There's no. What's
Actually,
4th of
Christmas,
July?
4th of July, Thanksgiving, Halloween.
4th of July is trash. 4th of July is for trash people. It's always too hot. I don't want to drink when it's hot.
Oh, yeah,
I hate that.
Well, yeah,
Drinking when it's hot. No, Christmas is number 1. It's Thanksgiving then Halloween. Okay, I'll take that. But 4th of July is absolute trash.
No, 4th of July is fun.
Easter's above Halloween
What?
or above 4th of July.
When do you celebrate Easter?
I used to always celebrate Easter as a kid. Easter egg hunts were amazing.
Yeah, but you don't do it anymore.
I still have the memories of it. I
You-
still
you
love
s-
that Jesus Christ comes back every year to
You
save our sins.
You still go to Halloween parties, though.
Yeah, I said that Halloween's above Easter. Yes, yeah.
Oh,
Labor
Halloween's-
Day as well. Always a great holiday. 'Cause
Oh,
you're always on
yeah,
like a
but
lake.
I
You're
don't
always
think-
at
I-
like a lake.
I don't think
Memorial
Labor Day
Day
is-
also 4th of July is trash.
I would.
It's too hot in July.
I mean, I would take all 3 of those holidays over Halloween.
What
Labor
about
Day, Memorial
Arbor Day, folks? What about Arbor Day? No one ever talks.
Why
about
do we
Arbor
celebrate Arbor Day?
Day. Do you know what? You don't know what arbor is? An arboretum.
Ann Arbor.
Arboretum. Does that word mean anything to you?
No.
You don't know what an arboretum is? Oh my God.
It's an
Can you
arboretum.
have a stab at it? Oh, we went to the Arboretum. It was beautiful.
Like a lake?
It's like a nature conservatory. It's like arbor is like tree related. It's like a forest that they preserve.
I hate those.
You hate
I hate those.
You hate going around in a beautiful natural setting.
Yeah, like a bird community.
Those are amazing. It's awesome.
You like walk around and you see like maybe like one or two
I'm not
birds.
as excited about the birds, I'll admit that, but I like the nature. It's like fun to be in a quiet forest with lakes and animals.
How big are they?
They can be any size. It
Oh.
could be any size, I guess. I
I
don't think
don't
there's
really-
a limit on arboretum. You didn't know what an arboretum is.
I don't need that to be a
folks.
holiday.
It's just to save the trees.
Is it national? It's National Arboretum Day.
Arbor Day. It's like you keep track of the trees. You plant a tree on Arbor Day. You help the forest.
Ugh.
What's wrong with that?
I think that's okay. That's cool.
Yeah, I think that's good. I'm not going to argue with
Anyways, I'm not seeing this Australian anymore
this. Wait, really? Because she got too drunk on
Friday too, and I
Wait,
think
was the date like a disaster because she was too drunk?
it was just I just was a little too loose.
What was she saying? What's her drunk personality? Some people are fun drunk. You're not, but she is.
I am a fun drunk.
You get annoying. You get you start yelling about Fleetwood Mac. It's too
I don't
much.
yell
folks.
about
He's like,
anything.
Dreams is the greatest song of all time.
I'm not that guy.
I don't know who Hamas is, but Dreams is the greatest song of all time.
I'll never know anything about what's going on over there.
Yeah.
I
What-
do know
what
that,
was
that
her-
Dreams is a great
What
song.
was her personality?
So I actually invited her to Julia Desmond's show at the Gutter because like Bobby and Steve Gerrard were performing at it. And Matt Kennedy was
you
gonna.
invited her to a show, so okay.
Because I didn't have a show that night. I was like, I'm
Did
gonna
she
go.
make a fool of herself?
She was just a little. So then she's hanging out with all of us after, and I was just like,
Yeah, that's tough. When they get drunk around your friends, that's embarrassing.
like,
And they're around comedians. They've never been around comedians. They try to riff too hard. Was she trying to be funny? But
well,
she
they were
wasn't?
doing. I think some of them were doing the classic like Australian questions, and she kind of came back a little hard at him, and then it became this whole.
That's lame.
And
Yeah,
it was still
that's
like
a
not.
turn off.
And I was just
And
like,
did you still sleep with her that night?
left. I went home.
Wow.
I am
And
a fucking adult.
Have you left her
folks.
on red since then?
We haven't talked.
Wow. You know what? He's growing up, folks. If only he had such drive and self-control towards his comedy career, folks.
That's all. One day I'll get it locked in.
One day. No, he's doing great. He's going to do great in Dallas this week.
Dally.
And we're in Dallas this week. It's going to be happening after the pod comes out. I have a little question about Dallas. I think we talked about this once, but I want to see if you remember. What famous event, Drago? Dallas, Texas.
JFK.
JFK was assassinated. What do you know about the JFK assassination? We did talk about this once.
I know
but
that.
wanna see
I know that
what
the
you know.
CIA was involved.
Okay.
I know that
it's not 100% sure, but yeah, probably.
The Bush family heavily involved.
Oh, really? Okay. You have random knowledge.
Well, yeah, these are just sentences.
why
I don't know why. I just know sentences.
George Bush was the leader of the CIA for years.
I wonder how many people, like, if you ask them about stuff, if you ask them to elaborate, like, how many would actually know? Because I'd be like, oh, yeah, the Bushes were involved with killing JFK. If you ask me why, no chance.
Right.
No
Yeah, you
shot.
have no idea why.
I just know sentences. I don't know facts.
You just know little factoids.
Yeah. I don't know anything.
But
I
you
know
know all the
sentences.
lyrics to a Vampire Weekend album.
No, some, yeah.
Yeah. We all have our things, selective memory.
Vampire Weekend's so good. Yeah.
Average.
But yeah, JFK got shot. We think that. So why
was CIA mad at him? Why do you think they were mad at him?
he didn't want to go to a war.
It has to do with the bearded dictator you have a joke about.
Oh, he didn't like. Oh, he did something with Fidel Castro.
Yeah, Kennedy.
Why did he and Fidel not? Oh, the Cuban Missile Crisis.
It was before the Bay of Pigs. You know
What about that?
is? You know what that is?
Forgot.
You knew at one point, though, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, of course. Bay of Pigs.
We need better. We need names that that are a little bit closer to what's going on.
Bay of Pigs invasion is a pretty good name.
But why is it called the Bay of Pigs?
Because that was
there
the bay.
pigs there?
That was the bay they invaded. It's called the Bay of Pigs in Cuba. I don't know why it's called that.
Why are pigs even remotely involved?
I agree. I don't know why it's called the Bay of Pigs. That's where the CIA trained a bunch of Cubans to attack Cuba, like to land in Cuba and take over the country, but it failed spectacularly.
It's been
and they
like
got
Bay
slaughtered.
of Moles then.
Bay of Mole. What?
Because
they're spies?
like a mole.
No, the geographical area is called the Bay of Pigs. They're not going to change it because of what happened.
Well,
there.
I would like a little splice then of history, a little bit of this.
Can we just call it the Bay of CIA-assisted rebels invasion?
Why not?
Can we just call it that? That would be helpful for you. So the CIA was mad. They think that JFK kind of sold out the invasion, and so people think they killed him because of that.
Why did he sell out the
They think
invasion?
that he kind of like didn't give it enough help. That he kind of wanted it to fail. That he didn't give enough.
Why would he want it to fail?
Arms. I don't think he wanted it to. It was poorly planned, and they blamed him for it instead of themselves.
So there was no other motive to.
Well, there's other people say the mob might be involved because his dad was big going after the mob in Boston.
Didn't he just like ultimately?
And there's also like
didn't he just,
Russia might have been involved.
All I know is like on the whole, he was not getting along with the CIA. He just was not doing shit that they wanted him to do.
He was like the first president who was like not giving them a blank check. He was like, maybe we don't assassinate that leader. Maybe we don't assassinate this democratically elected leader.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm fucking Marilyn Monroe. I got a rep to uphold.
Yeah.
He was a great guy, John Kennedy.
I know.
He's good. As far as presidents go, probably the best one. Probably the best one.
He's hot.
A hot guy, debilitating back pain, but he still found a way to blow up Marilyn Monroe's back, and we find that very cool.
He had back pain?
He had like debilitating pain. He like could barely walk.
Really?
Because he was a World War II vet. Haven't you heard the story of him surviving in World War II? It's very famous. His ship got sunk and he like clung to like a board and swum like 20 miles to shore in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Really?
Yeah, and he like saved a bunch of his friends. Yeah, he's like a huge World War II hero.
Oh, we killed that guy?
Yeah, we assassinated him. Yeah, ain't that a bitch, folks?
That one hurts.
That hurts.
Sorry,
folks.
Pour one out for JFK.
Pour one out.
Pour out
JFK.
a beatbox for JFK.
Pour out. Yeah, if you're gonna pour out a drink, folks. Beatbox beverages, 11.1.
I do want to take a
ABV.
couple listener questions.
I think before we take listener questions, Drago, we should take a break for our sponsor, Beatbox Beverages.
Here's a quick break from our sponsor. You're an Idiot podcast is brought to you by Beatbox Beverage, the 11.1% ABV party punch with 9 nostalgic flavors.
It's non-carbonated, so you won't get fat and bloated, and it has low sugar and low calories, so you don't get fat.
100% resealable, drink and save for later.
And it's equal friendly if you're a libtard like that.
They're also launching a new flavor this Halloween, hard tea. Be sure to get that when you can.
Yes, and it's a Shark Tank brand. Mark Cuban approved, and you know Mark Cuban, he's a great guy.
The Cubes
folks.
is legit.
He's a great guy, one of the few good billionaires. A billionaire you could drink a beatbox with.
Quick testimonial, my friend Jack Santucci, they sent me the party pack. He finished it in a weekend. It's a really great punch.
It actually is pretty good, and it's a punch that packs a punch, folks.
Throw a party, get some beatbox.
It reminds you of college. It reminds you of when you still had hope, when you still had dreams, when you were just an English major who thought you could make money being an English major. You're in a basement just trying to grind with a little sangria. This will remind you of those days.
Let beatbox bring you back.
Let
to those
beatbox
days.
bring you back to when you had hope and fire in your eyes, folks.
Beatbox beverage, check it out.
Check it out.
Back to the pod. We're going to do some listener questions. Geoffrey, are you ready for the first question? This is
I'm
from
always confused, Drago. Who can ask questions?
people who are members of the Patreon.
The Patreon, $3, $5, and $10 tiers. $10 tier, you can get 2 free tickets to both of our shows this year.
Yeah.
Whenever you want. If you DM us, just say, people have been doing it. They say Genghis Khan or Napoleon in the message request, and then I answer it.
Yeah.
Because I'll always click on Napoleon or Genghis Khan. I think one guy cashed him in, Clint, but 4 or 5 more have already got him for future shows.
This listener is also going to cash in his tickets because he asked about my show in December. Jack Reedy, you get 2 free tickets to my show in December.
What interesting that you call it your show.
Yeah, December 17th.
Oh, is this the one that you're headlining without me?
Yeah, bitch.
This is a little bit of point of contention, folks.
What? Yeah, what is the deal?
Here's the thing.
Hold on.
Let's talk about this.
Because
folks.
people do this all the time, and Jeff is like mad at
Well,
me.
they don't know what we're talking about yet. Okay, so I'm headlining 3 nights, Zany's Comedy Club Chicago. Drago's my opener. And I guess recently he booked his own headlining gig a day after mine.
The day before yours.
The day before, in fact. Interesting.
Yeah, because that's what
Interesting.
openers do. They come in a night before
Not
and
when you have
headline.
a podcast together, usually, folks. Not when you're kind of selling merch together. It's interesting. It's an interesting move, folks.
What are you talking about?
It's just an interesting
I
move,
don't-
and
I don't
his
s-
pay will reflect it.
I don't even sell the koozies.
Let's see if I buy you an all cheval burger
First
this
off,
time.
you're getting me 2 meals, okay?
I will
at
be getting
least.
you 1 this time
Dude.
for this.
So here's,
Dallas, we're going to get a meal. We'll get a meal in Dallas. I guarantee that.
I don't think that I'm out of off base at all here. Tommy does it with Kelsey Cook all the
He
time.
doesn't have a podcast with Kelsey, and I don't have 500,000 Facebook followers. But yeah, I
Well,
have 40,000, so it's not quite the same.
whoever I get it won't really affect your shows.
We'll see. Well, hopefully not.
I'm
I'm not that mad. It's just an interesting move to not run by the guy you're headlining with.
Colin, should I have ran it by Jeff?
Call him. I'm interested to hear
Yeah.
your opinion here.
Maybe because you guys are so close, but in like a just comedy sense, no.
This is very
no.
normal,
In the
right?
app- in
no,
any-
it makes absolute sense for you to do that. You
In
shouldn't-
any
you sh-
city,
you shouldn't even mention that you were opening for him.
I'm doing Roscoe's Comedy
In-
Club the night before in Austin.
in any
too.
other city, I don't care. But Chicago, because we both started there, and you're from there, I think a little interesting.
well, you should just.
I don't know what would I be getting
You
over.
should,
with-
Jago should
over
be
you
the
with this?
surprise special guest type of a thing. You shouldn't be listed. You should be just a special guest.
as the opener.
The feature shouldn't even be
oh,
mentioned.
true. Yeah. That's
Also,
true.
now the problem is you got to do new material because a lot of them are probably done a double dip on
That's
tickets.
what I'm saying. I think a lot of people are going to come to both, so they might be like,
You gotta-
oh, we
you gotta
heard
come up
these
with a
jokes.
fresh-
Yeah, you
I
got to
think
come
they're
up
gonna
with
be
the fresh
more.
jokes.
No, they'll be, if they come for me on
I
Sunday.
think we have a lot more overlap than you think in Chicago. So hopefully people have enough money to go to 2 nights of shows, folks.
I don't think that there's that much overlap.
We'll see. If ticket sales suffer, the hammer will fall, folks. The hammer will fall.
I need
That's
to.
all I have to
I
say.
gotta make money somehow.
He does have to make
dude.
money, and I respect that. I just wish he would have ran it by me. That's all I have to say.
I didn't know that this was that big of a deal.
It's not that big of a deal. Nothing I won't forget after drinking a beatbox. 11.1 ABV, folks.
Maybe because it's Chicago, there could be some over.
That's what I'm saying. Chicago, other cities would not care in the least, but Chicago, since we both have a history there, there's a lot of overlap, I think. But
For me,
thank God.
Yeah, Colin.
You've both kind of fucked this now by mentioning it so much.
Yeah.
Here's the problem, Drago. No one's gonna buy tickets to see you now, knowing they're gonna see you open for him.
I think it's gonna fuck us both in the end. I think.
Well,
but
the mentioning it is
I
you
think-
opening is fine.
I think we both have enough pull in Chicago that the tickets won't be affected. But I think we'll be fine. I haven't done shows in Chicago in a while, so I think people want to come.
but am I supposed to say no to the headlining door deal? That's
I don't
gonna give
expect
me.
you to say no. Just a nice little text would have been nice. A text would have been nice, folks.
Am I?
He'll text me if he sees a hot blonde walking down the street, but he won't text me if he wants to open.
My experience was Austin. I was headlining. I'm gonna try to do it for others. I try to do it for any city.
And I'll get you off that Roscoe show in Austin. Best believe you won't be doing that. I believe some allegations might be coming out.
All right.
Might be telling that to the Austin booker.
Well, guys, December 17th, come to Zany's. That's the only show that's really
What
going
was
on
this
that
question
week.
they had? I forgot derailed with my wrath.
This is from Jack Reedy.
Jack Reedy, friend of the pod. Thank you for being a patron.
If you could open for one band or musician like Bobcat Goldthwait did with Nirvana, who would it be?
Oh wow, easy. Ween, absolutely would open for Ween. I think I would crush opening for Ween. I wore a Ween shirt in the clip I posted yesterday. Like 80 people commented, Ween. Everyone loves Ween.
I think there's a couple. It depends. Like if you want to go for like a really big band, I obviously would have to go like Vampire Weekend.
Yeah, but are they going to be like good comedy fans? I can't imagine the people at Vampire Weekend are cool comedy fans.
Maybe like White Reaper. White Reaper would be a sick
I don't know
show.
what that means, but yeah, I'll allow that. Yeah, I'll allow White Reaper.
That'd be they're like a slightly. I guess they're like a smaller indie rock band.
They have cool fans. I think you want to know where you do. I'd be like, I want to say like Elton John, but I don't think Elton John's fans are gonna want to hear about how quick I come.
Right.
So I think Ween or Fish would probably do well.
You think you do well?
Fish is too many people. It's too many people. Ween, Probably more like 2000.
I'm trying to
Could
think.
maybe have a good show.
I'd probably do okay. Actually, no, I probably wouldn't do okay. Like the 1975. No,
You would.
That's a lot of chicks.
That's a lot of like 16-year-old women, and I don't think you'd do. I don't think that would
damn,
be fun
I
at
love
all.
1975.
Taylor Swift.
It's actually true. Like a lot of the shows I go to, I'm like, oh,
Are
these
you one of the
people-
older people at the shows you go to?
No.
1975. They're probably young though.
No, they get a lot. I mean, dude, they're massive.
They've been
A lot of
around for a
people.
while too. They've been around at least 10 years, right?
Yeah, a lot of people. Like, I guess, yeah, you'd have to go for like maybe like a harder, but like a band that's been around. For
Love
a
to
little
see
bit.
you open for Pantera. I love that.
Pantera?
You don't know who Pantera is?
Who's Pantera?
Oh my God! One of like the most famous heavy metal bands from the '90s. Dimebag Darrell, Walk.
Dude, like back in the
Cowboys from
day,
Hell.
like open for like Fugazi would be fucking
Oh,
cool.
okay, yeah. What's your take on punk rock, Drago? I'd like to hear your take on punk rock.
My
What do you
overall
think?
take on
What
it.
do you like at punk rock at all?
Do I like
Like
punk
the
rock?
Dead Kennedys? You like shit like that? The Ramones? The Ramones are one of the greatest bands.
It's
of all
harder
time.
for me to get into like classic punk rock, I think.
Why?
I don't.
'Cause it's really good and raw and pure.
It seems, yeah, like just based on the stuff that like has come after it, it seems a little bit more basic.
It is, yeah, it's basic.
It's the most
yeah,
basic version
sure,
because people
sure.
like
they
added to
they
it.
just invented it, yeah.
But yeah, like Fugazi, Shudder to Think, like those are cool. Like
The Offspring,
like the DC scene from like the early '90s or whatever.
Okay, I'm into
That's-
that.
that-
There you go, the
those are-
Misfits, yeah, good stuff.
Those would be really cool. I got to get more into shoegaze, like
My
was
Bloody
it, like,
Valentine?
through or something like that.
I don't
like
know much
Rogue?
about that genre besides My Bloody Valentine, but yeah.
Yeah, I want to get more into that.
I just want to say, I came up with a thought the other day. The most overrated band of all time, Pearl Jam, folks.
Fuck Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam blows. They have like 3 amazing songs, then it's absolute trash. After
We
that.
have fully bonded over one thing on this
This
podcast.
might be the only thing. I didn't think you would agree with that.
I think Pearl Jam sucks.
because they're like a Chicago
D.
band. I thought you'd be into them, but yeah,
Oh, dude, opening for Wilco. I could open for Wilco.
Wilco's cool.
I bet they
That's-
would have really cool fans.
I bet they'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that could be good. Wilco's a great band. Pearl Jam, stinky.
Such
His
bad
singing,
music.
Eddie Vedder stinks. The guitarist is good, but they give him nothing to work with. Mike McCready is a good guitarist, but it's trash.
I think it's I don't know how people
you can't understand what he's saying.
If you listen to Pearl
It's just
Jam,
nothing.
if you like Pearl Jam, but it's like they're like, to me they're in the same like ballpark as like Creed.
I think
to
they're
me.
like a slightly better than Creed. They're like Creed without God and a little sped up.
Yeah, like to me, I'm like, I don't see the whole. I don't get it.
It's very like guttural, like I'm a man and I'll sing like this.
I bet even if I liked the voice, I wouldn't like the music.
It's and the lyrics are just garbage.
When was their
Yellow-
reign? Like the 90s?
They were like 93 to 97. They were huge, I would say. I mean, they're still can sell 20,000 tickets any city, but
Yeah.
that was when they were huge. Yeah.
I wonder how their live show is, because sometimes you disrespect a band, and then their live show.
Who's a band you were really surprised by? You
I mean,
saw
like
live?
Dead and Co is cool.
Oh, you thought they would suck?
I was like, oh, this will probably be fine, but then I saw it and I was like, oh
Yeah,
shit.
of course they're amazing. They're fucking Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And John May.
Yeah, I was
Jamie.
surprised. Florence and the Machine. I mean, I love Florence and the Machine, but they put it down on stage.
Really?
One of the best bands, probably the best show I've ever seen.
Really?
Besides Dead and Co, I would say.
And
Ween. Ween was the best show I've ever seen.
this is probably, you could probably expect this, but like the Black Keys had a really good show.
The Black Keys are amazing as well. Yeah, Black
Yeah.
Keys are good. Wow, we agree on some things, folks. It's good to do.
Guys, you got to agree on some stuff.
Now I want. Well, how much time we got left? We got
I
like-
actually
we got
don't
like-
know. Colin, when do we start?
Oh, we started right. We got like 10 minutes left. Okay, let me do.
We have
I have
5
a question
We're at
for
45
you.
now?
We got a question, then maybe one more thing.
Oh,
yeah, we
okay,
gotta do
yeah.
the ad. Okay, so we'll do this. I went to an art museum in Kansas City.
Do you want
Greg.
to do a question or no?
Okay, he's just. I mean, I guess. Fuck me, folks.
Let's do
Fuck the little thing I wanted to talk
do Art
about.
Museum for the next one. Dude.
Oh, okay.
Let's-
I get. Yeah,
we should answer these people's questions.
We
man.
answer them on the Patreon. They're patrons.
Yeah, but they want their shit answered on the normal feed.
we could have
too.
done both, folks, but I guess we'll do what Alex
We'll
wants.
talk about the art shit after. Dude.
Oh God, I'm gonna light you up in the Patreon, you fucking bitch.
What would
I've
you?
had about a third of a beatbox, folks, and beatbox. They'll make you hate your best friend.
What would you guys?
Beatbox beverages.
What would you guys do if you woke up in each other's bodies? Great question.
Who sent this
by
one?
D Sled.
Mm-hmm.
First off, I say that I know this answer. I want to see how quick you actually come. I would try to jack off.
You would be surprised. I think you'd be surprised at how long you can fuck after you come. I think that's one of the great joys
Respectfully
of life.
to Bobby Knight, I'd ask for maybe an HJ just to see.
Respectfully, Bobby Knight would not fuck you. She would not fuck me with your personality.
Wow.
It's not. She's not there for the body. She's there for the personality.
I'm just there for the research. That's all.
Yeah. You can't cuddle like I cuddle. You can't. You just don't have the cuddling skills.
So I'd be like, first off, like literally like wake up in your body. I'm seeing how fast I come. I come in whatever it is, 10 seconds, fully amazed. That's crazy. I fuck around, and then I go to the cellar, say the N-word, get canceled. I cancel you.
You ruin my career.
I ruin your career.
Yeah.
I punch a couple comics that we hate in the face, and
who are you gonna punch?
Some people we won't name.
Okay. Yeah, but my punches are more of a slap. But yeah,
I would get like
body.
if I was just woke up in your body, I would just full Grand Theft Auto mode, like fully just like destruction.
You'd wake up with my brain and be like, Muhammad's the prophet of Islam? You'd be like shocked, like quadrilaterals have 4 sides? You'd be like, oh my God.
I know too much.
I had no idea there's 7 continents in this world.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I know way too. No, I would just, if you're in another body, dude, you just full on do whatever.
You just ruin, but this
Try
is
to rob some.
This isn't assuming that we're going back. This question didn't say we're switching back. You're stuck in my body.
Oh.
Why are you going to ruin my career when it's your career now?
Oh.
I'd love to see you try to do my act. I think it would fail dismally. I don't think you have the energy to do it.
No, I could do your act.
I don't think I could do your act.
It would be
either.
a full. It would piss me off. But
it would piss you off to crush finally.
Just to fucking scream at
he wouldn't know what to
everybody.
do with the raucous laughter, folks.
Where are you guys from? Where are you guys dating? That's your voice.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I stole that from Matt Rife. I stole asking where people are from.
To drop
Matt.
that.
We're posting that clip this week. I think people are going to be pretty angry about it.
But yeah, I'd come
if I was in your
eat
body, I would hit up some of the white women from high school and college that rejected me, and I would ruin their marriage. That's what I'd do. That's what I'd do. You said no to me when I was 19? Okay, I'm 6'6" now, babe. Okay. I dunked at Sacred Heart.
You'd full on just ruin a marriage just to get back at some people.
And yep, exactly. And then I'd probably quit comedy like you should, and I'd go back to selling insurance.
If I was in Jeff's body, I probably would get into an argument or two, actually.
Like about what?
I don't know, whatever the shit you know.
About the Ottoman Empire or something?
Yeah, and I would just kind of I'd win a smart argument.
What's the Ottoman Empire?
Is that Turkey? Formerly Turkey?
Part of it, based in Turkey.
That's pretty much the ins and outs, right? Isn't that where it starts and ends?
Well, they ruled like Iraq, Armenia.
I think they ruled over
Israel,
Serbians
Jordan,
for a long time.
Yeah, they ruled over Serbia for like 500 years. Probably the most important period of Serbian history.
You guys got what you deserved then.
What?
The Ottomans. Didn't we break away at some point?
You did, yes. And then you killed all the Croatians and Bosnians, yeah. I guess
things,
that's what they deserved, in Alex's words.
These things happen.
As
some people would say.
Yeah, I don't expect
as
you
I think
to be,
Israel's saying right now.
Yeah, I don't expect you to be anti-Palestinian genocide when your people perpetuated the last major genocide in world history. So yeah, you guys were the last one, really.
Off the heels of the Serbs.
Yeah.
Welcome, Israel. Welcome to this part of life.
Wow,
I guess
that really floundered there.
Yeah, that
kind of lost that riff. Lost that riff, folks.
Yeah, so
if I was in your body, I'd try to read. I'd see how slowly you really read. That's what I'd like to know.
I read okay.
I'd pick up a book and be like, "Oh my God, 2 syllables."
No, I read all right.
Yeah, well, comprehension though.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't have to remember.
No comprehension. See, you always pick the bad question. That was a good question, but I know there's a question you were not going to pick. We'll do this, then we'll go to the Patreon, folks. This is do we want a sad one or more of a smart one? One of the questions is really sad, and I want to do it.
Fine,
might
just
well
do
it in
it.
the Patreon.
Damn it, whatever
Okay,
your little
Van-
boobs desire.
My
Right now.
little boobs. Oh, you've been staring at my chest the whole fucking time.
No, because those are not
Look at this.
those are not up to my pay
Hey, right
grade.
down there. You like that shit?
Ugh.
I like that
You
shit.
really are hairy,
I'm a
bro.
hairy man. Sorry, I'm a fucking man. I'm like, you look at show your chest. Oh, pathetic. Pathetic. A Balkan dog can't even grow hair. You hate to see it. Van Jones said, best childhood memory.
Ooh.
That's pretty good. Pretty deep one, Van. Pretty deep. You got anything? Best childhood memory.
Got a couple of them. One, actually, this was actually pretty cool. Well, how old are we getting to for childhood?
I'll say to 15.
15. 8th grade dance.
Oh God.
That was really, really fun. That was probably
That
like
was so
I think the
fun.
8th grade dance. That was like my a first iteration into like hanging out with women for a late night, and then we went to there were these twins that lived in my neighborhood, Adam and Matt Vishny.
Oh.
These guys, we went to their house after. We must have stayed out maybe at that time. It was probably till 12 or maybe 1 at the latest.
It feels a lot later.
But it was but yeah, we went to the dance. That was crazy. That was really fun. And then me and my my crush, Kelly Brait, shout out Kelly. We made out in the Vishny's basement.
Okay.
And that was my first experience of
God,
being
your best childhood memory is making out.
Well, it was a formative experience.
Yeah, I got my dances at 15 were a little different than yours. I was sitting on the side with my friends like, dancing's lame, isn't it? Girls are scary. You want to play ping pong in the rec room?
Dude, it was, and
me.
we're all about to go into high school too. It was a very it was an intense time. It was intense.
Huh, okay. I would not have expected a 8th grade dance. Okay.
Wow, it
That
was
would be
fun.
more wholesome than that. Good. No, we had different
It
strokes
was
for
a
different
wholesome. It was like a very
no, it's not bad.
a coming of age moment.
I guess sex is all that matters to you, Alex. That's all that matters.
6th grade nationals. My team, we placed 20th in the country.
That's not bad.
Ben
That's
was
not
on my
bad.
team. Ben Bruss played at Wisconsin. Chance Carter was on my team. Played football at Northwestern.
See, now this is
Me.
That's a good.
We finished top 20 in the country.
That's not bad.
And it was cool to see us
You crushed.
that was our first time we got to play. You got to see other kids from around the country and how good they were and shit.
You're playing against the next.
We played
LeBron.
against this kid, Brandon Knight, who ended up playing in the NBA.
Wow.
And even in 6th grade, he was unbelievable.
he just scored 35 a game.
He was. You couldn't. You just knew he was gonna be in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell the growth. Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Huh. Well, Drago, you might ask, what's my favorite childhood memory? You never asked me anything.
Not worried. Not really interested. But why don't you let us?
Wow,
in.
he's not even interested, folks. After I stood there nodding my head to his banal memories,
Dude.
No, those were good.
8th grade dance.
8th grade dance, I wasn't that into, but 6th grade
Getting
tournament,
your
that's
first
cool.
Woodies going.
That's a cool memory.
Kelly Brait was hot for an 8th grader.
Still hot now?
Probably.
You haven't looked her up?
Nah, man.
Okay, I'm willing to look that up later. I'm willing to do it. Sleepover at my grandparents' house, always the best time, We're playing board games, How is that? How are you laughing at that? It was so fun. Me and my sister playing board games, eating little sausages, watching Winnie the Pooh on VHS.
What the
Great
fuck?
times. How is that not? It was a wholesome.
Childhood memory. Yeah, I guess
Every month sleeping over at Grandma and Grandpa's house, great times.
Damn, how old were you during this time?
I mean, probably 6 to 12, maybe 11, 10. We all weren't traveling the country playing basketball. I was still a fucking kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really could be a kid.
Yeah, I
That was
had a
cool.
chance to be a kid. Yeah, you had to grow up quick, and it shows.
I had to.
It shows.
Had to get buckets.
You never
man.
watched Winnie the Pooh.
I couldn't even tell you the story arc.
Winnie the Pooh is probably the greatest thing of the 20th century. I love Winnie the Pooh. It's amazing. I stand Winnie the Pooh forever.
Winnie the Pooh is better than Oppenheimer.
I agree. Winnie the Pooh fucking rocks. You don't know Winnie the Pooh?
I really
Rabbit,
don't even know the
Tigger,
story.
Eeyore,
I have
Piglet?
no idea what happens during it.
Are you serious?
No.
You don't know what he's like?
I haven't watched it in.
He likes honey. He likes honey.
I know that.
100 Acre Woods, Christopher Robin.
Okay.
Come on, it's great shit.
Okay.
Good English shit.
Well,
Yeah.
guys, we did our wholesome part on the pod.
That's the only wholesome thing we're ever going to. Grandma and Grandpa love you dearly, always and forever. Yes, that's great for episode
All my
98.
grandparents are gone.
Mine as well.
and
that's how we're ending the episode, folks. Everyone we love is dead, and we continue on thanks to Beatbox Beverages.
All right.
It'll make you forget that the people who raised you are no longer there for you.
Free Palestine, guys. I have no idea what that means.
He has no idea what it means, but he will say it, and I will never let him not say it. Free Palestine. So this is episode 98 of You're an Idiot. 8 episodes N-word free. Drago, what do you have to plug coming up?
I'm nowhere until
Every week we do this, and he's never ready.
I'm nowhere until November.
November is literally.
I'm nowhere now.
Days.
I'm not doing shit until Vegas with you.
This comes out in October 30th. I'm nowhere till 2 days.
November
from now.
10th and 11th. I'm with Jeff in
He's
Vegas.
with me in Vegas. He's also with me in Brea. He's with me in Bakersfield. He's with me in San Francisco.
Oh yeah.
Literally, his whole month is with me, but he couldn't bear to repeat that.
Can't wait.
I also have shows in Indianapolis and D.C. in November, and Arkansas, which I'm not excited for. But the other shows will be great. Come out to them. Whitecomedian.com. I would say Alex's website, but he refuses to make one, though
Sorry.
I tell him every single week to do so.
One day.
Well, episode 98, folks. Join us in the Patreon. We're going to answer more questions. We're going to talk about Palestine, and I got a real question for you, Alex, about art that I think is going to destroy you. Okay. Good night and good luck, folks. Bye.